We have all seen the TV pictures of water rescues and others with people staying in different sorts of temporary shelters. Their stories and tears can be heartbreaking for us. At World Renew, we applaud and support the people and organizations that do this early response work. However, our disaster response role is different. We are not the first to arrive, but often we are the last to leave. We expect to be responding to Hurricane Harvey survivors for at least the next 2 to 3 years. World Renew was formed more than 50 years ago by local churches associated with the Christian Reformed denomination, and today is supported by many different individual congregations and also other church denominations. World Renew was formed so that churches could respond together to disasters and other situations where the needs were too big for any one church to act alone. The devastation left by Hurricane Harvey certainly has created one of those big need situations where we need to work together. We do send some volunteers to do early cleanup work, but the majority of our ministry comes later. Months after the event, we send caring volunteers to do unmet needs assessments. These volunteers listen to the stories of survivors as they fill out forms detailing the damage that was done and the recovery they've made so far, plus their still unmet needs. These forms are used by local organizations to prioritize their own response. The filling out of forms is also a time to provide emotional and spiritual care for hurting people. The biggest part of World Renew DRS response is repairing and rebuilding damaged homes. As you can see, we are well prepared to do that. Right now we are sending volunteers to continue work in 2 places in Texas, plus North Carolina and soon Louisiana. They will be repairing damage from previous storms. Hundreds of volunteers go out week after week to restore lives by rebuilding homes. These volunteers hang drywall, repair porches, and replace floors. But just as importantly, they restore hope. They restore hope to people who often worry that they will never regain the security of their home. This is often the time when we see the earlier tears of loss turn into tears of joy as people move back into their homes. In order to act as the hands and feet of Christ to people in need over the long term, we need to act now. I'm leaving for Texas to coordinate with local government and other agencies to plan a long-term response. We also need support now. Church offerings, individual donations, and volunteers signing up all make this demonstration of God's love possible and are vital to being able to do ministry in the months ahead. We are very grateful for what you give and for what you do. Thank you for being a part of ministry.